Hey everyone, it's Relic here, and we are back on the FTOG Quantus server. So, I've been quite busy since the end of the last episode, so if you remember during the episode, we got this little access tunnel into our main base area sorted. Did a few of the decorations here. This is still not finished by any means, and I've got some bits and pieces that I want to put in here, but I don't know if we're going to get onto that today. If I jump on my broom, I'll show you what I've been busy doing. So we've started to sort out the front of this. Now, I wanted to do this off camera just because I wanted to get it moving forward, and there is quite a lot to do, so you're definitely not going to miss out on any building. But I've used the cobblestone weathered stone bricks for this, just same as we've used inside, because I really like the look of it. And I've used some of the architecture blocks just to add curves onto the end of here, which I think looks really nice. As I say, this comes all the way round. We're still not sorted out this. We'll do this bit together. This will be the farm. And then at the top, I kind of changed how I was going to do this, because originally it was just going to be a tower that went up. But I thought to myself, as there's quite a few modern sort of items in this pack, and quite a few decorative items, which really could use some of those. So I thought this could be kind of like a modern era tower. So it's an old tower, but we've reclaimed some of it. And we're going to have a restaurant in here. So we're going to expand this kitchen out, because this is a bit rubbish over here. And it's going to be quite open plan. There's going to be some tables and chairs and stuff. So we've got some bits in the Bibliocraft mod, I think it is, that we can use. And then, yeah, you can have your dinner and you can have a drink or whatever and be overlooking the temple once it's complete. And then the actual tower itself will continue up. So I haven't really thought how I'm going to do this yet, but probably I'll have some kind of a ceiling or whatever here, and then it'll continue up here. And as I said before, it's going to go through this gap and continue up to the Britannia and the blood magic area. So yeah, as I say, I haven't really thought about how that's all going to be, or even what I'm going to use for the ceilings, because I don't want them just to stay as stone. And obviously I've still got loads more work in here to do, because we've got bits and pieces everywhere of the normal stone, and I'll probably keep some of it just to sort of mix it up so that it's not just this cobble everywhere. But yeah, we'll see. So anyway, what I really want to work on today is I want to work on getting some creative flight, or at least start work on that. And as you probably know, that's gonna require us to get the angel ring, and in order to do that, we've got a few steps that we need to go through first. But yeah, the reason I want to do that is because building up here and doing all this is going to be much easier if we've got that. And the reason why is because the broom has been really good, but if I just show you, if I just sit still here, you see it kind of moves up and down, and that's not great for placing blocks as it is, but it's even worse if you're doing anything detail wise, say with the chisels and bits or whatever. And the air sigil, that's great just for moving fast between sort of A and B or up and down or whatever, but it's not so great if you want to stay in one place, because there's no real way of doing that. So that's what we are going to work on, and we're going to need a few bits and pieces. First of all, I'm just going to go downstairs and grab some of those now. We're going to need some of these, the resonating redstone crystals. We're going to need some lapis, and I think I was kind of hoping that I'd got some stone down here. I've got some over here. We'll grab that for now. And if not, we just have to cook some more up in our tinker's furnace. Because what we're going to need to do, first of all, is we are going to need to grab ourselves a resonator. And that's going to allow us to make the burnt, I think it's called burnt stone, that we're going to need to make our power. Now, that's pretty easy to make. We just need a block of coal and some stuff there, but that is going to need power in order to get the, I think it's just called stone burnt actually. And if we look at the mills, the problem that we have is, and we're going to have a combination of water mills and lava mills to power this. The problem that we're going to have is that it requires stone burnt in order to make this, so you need that in the resonator. So we're going to have to start off with some solar panels, which I kind of didn't really want to make any this time, but yeah, we need it to start off with. And they're fairly cheap and easy to make, so we're just going to say you're going to need some polished stone, and that's just 4 stone bricks in a row like that, and a little bit of lapis, and then some of these resonating crystals. Now, we haven't got a lot of those. Now, I only took what was in the chests and the storage down there, but there could well be some in other places. But I'll have a good look around and see if we can find any more before we have to go quarrying for those, mining for those again. So, in order to make this then, we are going to need, first of all then, to get ourselves some stone bricks, and then we're going to turn that into polished stone. And Thor's saying, just bear with me a minute. Okay, yeah, so sorry about that. Thorgal was asking me for some advice on blood magic, but yeah, I'm not that advanced, to be honest. So back to it. We've got this polished stone then, so we can make a couple of bits of that. And we need, I think it was like that, and then 2 of those in the middle, was it? No, it wasn't. So let's just, oh, it was just like that. Fine. Right, so we should be able to make a few of those. And we're just got to find somewhere to put those. Now, I think we will put those up here for now, because I don't really want to see them down here. And for now, I'm guessing, yeah, it's clear there. So we will just put those here. So we're making 6 grid power. Now we can go ahead, we can make our resonator, and hopefully we can get the stone burn that we need to get these mills done pretty quickly. So there's the resonator, and we are going to need a block of coal, a bit more iron, and some redstone. Now I know I've got some iron in one of these chests somewhere. Perhaps it's in this one at the end, or in this one. Right, there is some of that, and I think potentially we've got no redstone in there. That is not good. Maybe I've left it all down here in the immersive engineering area. I hope so, because otherwise we're going to be a little bit stuffed. Right, there we go. So there's some redstone and there's some coal. Good. Right, so we've got that. I was a little bit worried then. Don't really want to have to go and do any mining in a cut if I can help it. So let's pop the coal in here, and we need a block of that. Cool. And then we need to turn that into just some redstone. Then we should, oh no, we need to turn that into iron as well. Then we should be able to grab ourselves a resonator. Cool. And we will pop that just for ease of use, just for now. It's gonna have its own room because we are, yeah, I'm kind of thinking just for now, let's just pop it here. So we've got the 6 grid power and the stone burnt. Let's get a bunch of that going if we can. Stone burnt. It's quite hard to see this stuff on here. Here it is. No, basalt. Where is the stone burnt? There it is. Right, cool. So that is just some more polished stone. So we need to go and grab a load more stone from somewhere, and hopefully, yeah, there we go. So we've got a bunch of that. Let's turn that into bricks. In fact, we can turn the rest of that as well, and then we'll turn that into polished stone, and then we're going to throw that into the resonator. And I suspect this is going to be quite slow anyway, so let's just see how quickly this works through. So I'll be back anyway once that has all turned into stone burn. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've got a bunch of the stone burn, and I've got some more in here. Now, I had to do a couple of extra things. I had to go and do some more solar panels because there wasn't enough power. And it was also really, really slow. So I made some of these upgrades. Now, they are really, really easy to make. All you need is a bit of redstone, a gold pressure plate into here. And then it makes like an upgrade base, I think it's called. And then you just combine that with some more redstone, a block of redstone, a piece of gold, and then the base, and then it makes the speed upgrade, and it's much better. Each upgrade that you add adds another GP requirement to it, so this, it doubles for one, so I think it's basically 8 GP per upgrade, but that is plenty fast enough, so we've definitely got enough for us going on there. Just pop that in, so that is now topped up. So we're going to start. So we're going to make some of these water mills. So we're going to need some redstone gears, and that is just so we're going to need a bunch of redstone torches, and we are going to need some planks as well. So let's go and grab some sticks, which I think there's some sticks in this one, although not a huge amount. In fact, let's go and grab some sticks from down in our storeroom, and hopefully, yeah, we've got a massive bunch of sticks there, and that's probably too many sticks now. Let's just dump some of this in here for now. We don't want, and definitely don't want that or that, and I think we are good for now. Yeah, cool. And we also need some wood. Now, I don't know how much of this I've got. I've got a stack of that. So let's turn, in fact, if we turn half of that, or a quarter of that even, that should be enough. Cool. Right, let's get back up to the crafting table and make a few of these water mills. As I say, I really don't want to be reliant just on the... There we go, let's make a few of those first of all, and we're going to need quite a lot of those, so let's just make a whole bunch of those for now. I don't want to be reliant on the solar panels for this, because we haven't got any way at the moment of making the daytime stay around, and I don't want to be making loads and loads of them, because you need to make the nighttime ones as well. I just think this will be more efficient, it's more reliable. So that's a bunch of those. That will allow us to make 4, and each one of these gives 4 GP, and I think we need 20 for flight, so we would need 5 in total. So let's just make a few more torches. So let's just grab a few more of those, and just going through here, so make a few more torches and a bunch more of these, and then we know that we're definitely going to have enough then, and hopefully, so we can make 8 of those. In fact, let's just we'll just go ahead and we'll make the 8, and then that will be fine. We need to grab ourselves one of the flowers, and that's there. Cool. And we've got, so we can make some buckets as well, or a bucket. We only need one. In fact, there's a bucket in there, so let's not do that. Like so. And let's go find somewhere to do this. So I'm guessing I want this to be a little bit out of the way. So I'm thinking to myself, if we put it down here somewhere, and hopefully we've got somewhere where we've got some space where we can do this. And I'm kind of thinking I didn't want to drop all the way down there. Kind of thinking if we tunnel in down here, and we'll make it under here. So let me just get myself set up and I'll be back. Okay, so got ourselves a little bit of an area, and I will make this look a little bit better in between episodes, but for now I just actually want to get this working. So what we are going to need is a couple of spaces in between each one. So we'll put the first one here, and then we need to make a little channel. I think this is going to be the best way to do this. I didn't want to quite get rid of that one, so we'll pop that back in the corner, and then pop this here as well. So this one will go in the middle like that, and that is not, so we're at 21 at the moment, and let's just pop this. Did I bring any dirt with me? So I need to pop my plant down now. Hopefully one of these somewhere has got a bit of dirt in it. It has. Cool. So we can get our pitcher plant sorted out. And we'll just pop that just there for now. And let's get the plant on top. And then let's grab our bucket like so. And hopefully, so that's now generating 4. I think that is the maximum power. I don't think it's going to quite work this way. Oh no, 8. Good. Okay, cool. So you can do one from each direction. So if I put one there and then a final one here, then that should be, yeah, generating 16. Cool. And then I guess if I was to take that one out and that one out, would that still generate 16? It would. So we could put the next one next to it just here. That's only generating 3 from that. So in order to make that work, we'd have to put, or would we? Hang on a second, let's take that back out again. Let's pop that there. And that's now generating 4 and that's generating 16. Cool. So we can use the same bit of water for that. So we haven't got to take up quite as much space. Let's just pop that back down there. So we'll pop some water there and get those two sorted as well. So one there. Where are we gone? And one over here. So that's now generating 16. So we've got 32 so far. And that means then that we can put another one here and another one here. This is working out quite well. So that's not going to generate any power because the water's not flowing, is it? That was a bit of a mistake. Let's pop that down there. So I think if we put it just there, actually, that's going to be the best place for it. So just there. Yes, that's generating 4. And of course, this one here. And that is now generating 4. And then if we take out this, this, and this, and then we'll put a bucket of water in between. Like so. That's 8. And that's 8. And then finally, here, 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 and here. And I think actually that should actually be enough. So one there, one there, one there, and one over the back. Now these should all be generating 16. So 16, 16, 16, and 16. Now that kind of feels as though that should be enough. Could be wrong, but we've got some more in reserve. So we'll pop the reserve ones in here. We'll put the stone burnt in there as well. The resonating crystals. In fact, let's just get rid of a load of this stuff for now. Because the next thing is going to be... In fact, just pop all that there for now. The next thing is going to be to actually make the ring itself. Now, we haven't got any of the bits and pieces for that yet. This is going to be fine. And obviously, the way that we've done this now, we know that we can just set out the grid a little bit further if we need to. Yeah, quite pleased with that. As I say, we'll make it look a bit better in between episodes. But to be honest, I'm not really even that fussed about it because... in fact, let's get rid of that copper as well. We're not going to be down here to look at it that much, to be honest. Cool. Right, so that is that done. As I say, the next thing is we're going to go and need to get the ring done itself. Now, can I get up there? I can. Good. And I need to find my lassos. I don't know where they are at the second, but we'll find those because, in fact, we're going to need one of those Because for the actual angel ring itself, we're going to need to capture a ghast and a bat. So we need some glass, a bit of gold, another one of these resonating crystals. And then we are going to need a bat in a golden lasso, and then a ghast in one of these cursed lassos. And the cursed lasso is just a drop of evil and the actual lasso. So let me go find those, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are here in the Nether. And this is where we are going to get our first item. And I've just met up with Techno Jock briefly, who was already in the Nether. Can we stop bouncing? That'd be great. And I think he said he had a spare, but we don't want to do that. We actually want to make it. So before we actually get down here, let's turn this into the cursed lasso. And we are going to dismount from that straight away because that was not what we wanted. Now we can jump on here. Let's get rid of those and let us see if we can find a ghast. Now usually they are all about everywhere down here, but that will be the kiss of death, no doubt, and we won't be able to see one. But hopefully, as I say, it won't be too difficult. So some pigmen down there. And just trying to sort of like watch out for where the red dots are on the map. And hopefully we can find one. Oh, this could take some time. And I'm hoping I don't die, but if I do, I've got everything that I care about currently, other than my broom, in my soulbound bags, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue. But I'm just going to fly around for a while anyway, and I'm going to see if I can find a ghast, and I'll be back when I have. Okay, so literally as soon as I turned the camera off, one appeared. And I'm hoping that this should be relatively easy. And why can't I get him? Oh no. Please don't die. Oh, that was such an error. And I think I am actually going to die here, and I have. Oh, couldn't have gone more wrong. Okay, so eventually we've got ourselves a ghast, and I've got to say that was much harder than it needed to be. And I forgot that you needed to actually get the ghast down to 2 points as well, 2 hit points as well. And the first one that I found after I managed to get myself back to my stuff, I accidentally killed. So I've been waiting around for absolute ever. But now we need to get back to the overworld and probably to the mining dimension so that we can find a cave and grab ourselves a bat. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, so after having been in the mining dimension for what seems like an absolute age, I have finally found some bats. Now hopefully I can get down here and grab one without anything too bad happening. And we've got one. Excellent. That was not a quick process, that is for sure. I need to get out of here without dying as well. That would be quite handy. Brilliant. As I say, that has taken... I thought actually getting the ghast would be the quickest thing, but no, that has taken probably about an hour and a half of just hanging around that chasm just to try and find a bat. Cool, so anyway, we've got both the bits that we need, and I am now going to head back to base. And let's get this thing made. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, so finally back at base. And just need to grab some bits and pieces there. So we need some gold. I've got some gold here actually. We need one of these resonating crystals. And just remind myself of what else we need. We need some glass. So let's just quickly just seem to have frozen for a second. Let's just nip downstairs and grab some sand. I don't suppose for a minute that I've got any glass made, but no worries. Right, 2 bits of that. And hopefully this has got some coal in, otherwise yeah, it's got 1 bit. Fine. Right, so yeah, we've got some in there as well. Let's just grab a little bit of that out just in case that runs out. And then we'll have all the bits that we need to make this. Let's just turn those into ingots really quickly. Like so. Excellent. So there's our 2 bits of glass. And I really hope we've got all the bits we need now. And like so. Fantastic. So there is our ring. And of course we get our lassos back as well. So it tells us there that we use 32 grid power. So I just want to have a quick double check actually. And make sure. Just want to make double sure that we are. I think if I remember rightly they're making 16 each. So it should be 64. But just want to double check. So let's pop in here, and they are. So they are making 16 each, plus the ones that we've got upstairs. But as I say, I'm not going to rely on those because obviously when it gets night time, they won't work. So I'm eager to get outside now and just test this out. Like so. And hopefully it's just a case of, yeah, it is. Quick double click on space, and that is just so much better. So we haven't got to worry about running out of blood or anything anymore. And yeah, I'm still holding my broom. So we've got some flight. That is absolutely fantastic. As I say, that is going to make building, and that's just so much easier when we have to be up here doing our bits of detail. Brilliant. Really, really pleased with that. So in the next episode then I want to stick with doing some more of the, can I get back down? I want to stick with some more of doing the extra utility stuff because I want to try to make one of the quarries. And I don't think that that's particularly difficult, but I do think that we are going to need, let's just type in quantum. I do think that we've got a nether star, that's fine, we can do that. But yeah, we're going to need some diamonds because we haven't got enough of those. We're going to need 6 of those. So cool. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, remember to hit that like button. It always helps me out. Always much appreciated. And thanks ever so much for watching, guys. And until next time, take care. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.